Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Real quick before the video starts, I just want to say 95% of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel, so if you're one of them, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. It helps the channel to grow, so thank you very much and enjoy today's video. Alright guys, so this is a Root Rider Royal Champion charge strategy. So basically I'm trying to give you different strategies, and I also have a Fireball Rocket Loon strategy in this video, so you're gonna see that as well for those of you who are still practicing the Fireball Rocket Loon strategy. But I thought I'd show you the strategy as well. Now I am not the best with the strategy, I'm just getting used to it, but it's also really good. So basically the first thing you wanna start with your Royal Champion and get a nice RC charge. So you see how I'm using 5 Rocket Loons to take out those defenses on the outside, that mortar and that Ultra Tower, so my Royal Champion doesn't go over there. So I'm gonna keep on using invisibility spells because I'm trying to keep that Spirit Fox alive as well. So another invisibility spell. So I'm gonna use 2 invisibility spells right here to redirect my Royal Champion to that Town Hall, another one as well. And once that Town Hall goes down, we're gonna recall. There we go. So I'm not the best, as I said. I'm still getting used to it. But then an Ice Column, all your Root Riders, then the Rocket or the Tesloons, plus the Healers, the Valkyries. Just put everything in the Warden. So this, then you have your Queen beside your army to funnel a bit, and then your King on the outside with the Snake Bracelet. Now keep in mind, my Snake Bracelet equipment is not even maxed out. It's at level 23, but it still works. So I'm gonna put in 2 Headhunters for that defending King. And now you're basically trying to use your Overgrowth to redirect or make a clear path for your main army. Now I was a bit early with that Overgrowth, the first one, but it's not gonna matter too much anyway. And then try to be patient with your Warden ability. You want to keep it for as long as possible, and then use it in a highly damaged area. So I'll use it when I get close to that Crushing Mortar. So we'll just wait a bit more, be patient. And there we go, I use the Warden ability. And I still have 9 Super Barbarians left for cleanup and for everything else. So we still have 2 heroes left. Now this army, if you get really good with it, sometimes, or like, you can always have 4 heroes alive at the end. But as I said, I'm just starting out, so I am trying to learn this strategy as well. To be honest, I've been actually struggling a bit with the Fireball Rocket Loon strategy, and I'm trying to find new strategies. But I'm also gonna stick to my word because the Fireball Rocket Loon strategy is the best strategy in the game. So yeah, there's no doubt about that. But the thing is, I've just been struggling, so trying to get used to some other armies, and that's on me. Like, it's not the strategy's fault. So for this base, for example, right here, I'm trying to get the Town Hall as well, and yeah, we're just gonna use our invisibility spells and try and keep that Spirit Fox alive. Alright, yeah, I just wasted an invisibility spell, but yeah, see, I'm starting out. So there we go, we're gonna get the Town Hall. And here comes the Royal Champion bait, so I'm just gonna recall because otherwise she would have died. And now we're gonna start at the bottom side. So an Ice Golem, you don't always gotta put in an Ice Golem. You can save the Ice Golem for your King on the outside. But yeah, I'm just starting out, so I'm just putting everything in. And also we're using the Troop Thrower. So see how I use my first Overgrowth to make a clear path for my main army. So right now, as you can see, I've interrupted the ring, and then we're just gonna let our Root Riders walk towards the outside. Now right here, I could have actually been better with my RC charge. I should have just gotten to one of those Rage Towers and then used my main army for the other one. to go behind the fire spitter. But yeah, I'm just starting out, I'm learning, so that's what we do. We practice and we learn, and hopefully we're gonna get better with it. So my king is already down at this point, but my healers are still alive doing their work, and I still have 3 heroes left. So everything has woken up right now, no overgrowths left, no spells left. Those healers are doing some amazing work, you know, healing everything up. So our royal champion is gonna get some good value, plus those, you know, giants from that troop thrower, which is honestly really good. That monolith is basically stuck and can't do anything. So at this point I only have my queen alive with the giant, but that's gonna be enough to get a 3-star, and I take it. I'm starting out, I take it, and as I've said before, as long as you get a 3-star in Legends League, you should be happy. So yeah, there we go, that's another 3-star. Alright, now here we have our main army that I've been using for a long time, so the Fireball Rocket Loon strategy. So as always, I'm trying to look for some Flame Flinger value, and I just, you know, I ended up not finding anything, so alrighty, so I'm gonna start with my warden at the bottom side. The usual process, text rocket loons, and then depending on where I want my warden to go, I'm gonna use the furnaces to funnel the outside. And my plan is to get a fireball onto that multi-inferno tower to take out that core plus the CC. So we'll just be patient and let our warden work. I can already use the siege barracks just to funnel a bit because that's where I'm gonna start with my heroes. I'm gonna raise my warden up because that defending hero is right there, so we don't wanna take too much damage or even, you know, let our warden go down. The CC got lured, so I gotta be a bit, you know, I gotta hurry up with the fireball because I don't want to use that poison spell since I'm gonna use the fireball onto that core. So I'm gonna use an ice block, 2 invisibility spells, and there we go, we get the value we want, and that core is gone. So at this point my warden is gonna, you know, walk towards that town hall and take it out. Now I can already start with my other heroes, king and queen, plus that ice golem, and I'm gonna use that poison spell on that defending minion prince. Plus a headhunter, but that headhunter is not gonna do anything since that multi-inferno tower is there. So my king ability is gonna go off, and then I'm gonna freeze that crushing mortar because it deals so much damage. And I still have my royal champion left, and now I gotta be careful. Use my used, you know, a invisibility spell onto that warden because that multi-gear tower was gonna wreck my warden. So at this point we're still looking good. But unfortunately that fire spitter was still in range of our healers and my warden is gonna go down, which is obviously not good, but I don't know, I had no invisibility spells left, so but I did put in my royal champion early, so yeah, we don't want a time fail. My warden ends up taking down that fire spitter, and now the defending queen needs to take out my warden because I have no healing, but we're still gonna get a 3-star with 2 heroes alive, so yeah, that's more than enough, and that's basically it. Also, I didn't do my war attack, so I thought I'd just put him in as well. This is not the best base, you know, for a for a showcase, but I thought I'd just put it in to show you more attacks. So and it's also not that hard because it's not Legends League, but Anyway, I get to show you guys how this strategy is played, so hopefully you can use it for yourself and you get some 3 stars with it. So with this RC dive, we're gonna get a lot of value right here. And sometimes you gotta use 2 invisibility spells for your Spirit Fox to go invisible, but you should do that because you wanna try and keep that Spirit Fox alive. It is honestly really good. So there we go, nice golem, all my root riders, the healers, the Valkyries, the queen on the outside plus that king a bit, you know, far on the outside to clean everything up. And I'm gonna use an overgrowth right there. So at this point I am gonna use the Eternal Tome ability because everything is taking damage by the Town Hall. I should have probably waited, but yeah, it's not gonna matter too much. It's not even Legends League, so there's no point. So also when you're starting out, you know, in those 30 seconds of scout time, you're basically, you have to try and, you know, think of where people are putting, you know, putting out those baits, those World Champions baits. So always try to avoid that if you can. Obviously, it's obvious, you know, where people put down those baits. It's probably gonna be beside those Rage Tower cores, but yeah, just try it for yourself, and you can honestly like just go in with your RC dive wherever you want because you have those 2 overgrowths. But sometimes, you know, getting the Town Hall in the beginning with that Royal Champion is a huge W. So yeah, just try your best. And as you can see, this is a huge overkill. But yeah, this base is not the best. But as I said, I am just, you know, trying to show you this strategy even more. So I'll show you one more as well. So again, I don't know, we went up against a clone that is, oh my god, what are these bases? But anyways, so I'm gonna use those rocket loons to take out those defenses so my World Champion doesn't get stuck on them. And we have 7 invisibility spells, so even if you use 2 invisibility spells to redirect your World Champion, you still have 5 of them left, plus that Spirit Fox. So yeah, you have a lot of time with that RC charge. So I'm gonna, here we go, I'm gonna hit the RC ability. So if this was in Legends League, my RC would have already been down, but nobody's using these goofy bases, so in Legends League. So I'm gonna overgrowth that Town Hall, and my main army is gonna walk around it. And by the time they get to that, let's say, Dark Elixir Storage or that Ricochet Cannon, that overgrowth is gonna wear off. We're gonna get the Town Hall as well, and then I'm just gonna use my overgrowth, the other overgrowth, wherever I want, to reduce some damage and to basically, you know, direct my troops. There we go, as I said. So we're gonna hit the Warden ability, and then we're just gonna wreck everything right there. Now guys, keep in mind, in Legends League, when you're playing with this army, sometimes people have like double invisibility tower bases, so you're always trying to go into one invisibility tower core, and then once it gets activated, your World Champion is probably gonna, you know, redirect to other defenses beside that Invis tower. So then you're just gonna, you know, wait for that Invis to wear off, Invis tower, and then try to redirect your Royal Champion with those invisibility spell to get or to take out that invisibility tower or core, and then you basically have to use a log launcher for the other one to activate it, and then use an overgrowth, or you can just use the troops or thrower. But I feel like the log launcher is much better in those Invis tower scenarios. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for watching.